Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni says her country has a great responsibility towards the Balkans and wants to increase Rome's presence in the region. Meloni says her government plans to work more closely for the stability of the region and in tackling illegal migration. She says Italy will also try and help speed up the Balkans' integration into the European Union, calling it a strategic investment for the continent's security. Italy has invested heavily in the region, both in economic terms and in defense, through NATO's peacekeeping mission KFOR. Italian officials say enabling economic growth and protecting Italian investments in the region can only be maintained in a secure environment.
Everything that happens beyond the Adriatic Sea inevitably has an immediate impact on us. Italy, therefore, has a great responsibility towards the Balkans.
Thanks to its geographic proximity and historic ties, Italy is already one of the top investors and trading partners of the Western Balkans. Let's take a closer look. Now, trade between Italy and Western Balkan countries exceeds $15 billion. And several Italian companies have deep investments in the region. The majority of the automotive joint venture Fiat Serbia is owned by the Italian Stellantis. Various Italian companies are also invested in energy, telecoms, agriculture, and other sectors in the country. Also, there is a significant Albania diaspora living in Italy. And in terms of imports and exports, Italy is Kosovo's second largest trade partner after Germany. Let's cross to Verona, Italy. Giorgio Fruscione is an analyst at the Italian Institute for International Political Studies, and he's an expert on the Balkan-Italy relations. Great to have you with us, Giorgio, on Across the Balkans. Now, why is Italy seeking a higher profile role in the Western Balkans at this point now?
Well, there are mainly two reasons. The first reason is that the new government that was formed after September election is trying to relaunch Italian presence in the international community. And of course, the Balkans are our first neighborhood. And of course, because of the crisis happening between Kosovo and Serbia, Italy is trying to relaunch its diplomatic activity in the region, because what Italy needs is a stable region, a stable Balkan peninsula that can safeguard Italian interests in the Balkan countries.
Right, and Meloni said whatever is happening across the Adriatic concerns us as well. But we didn't hear this from Italian governments before her that much. I feel like we didn't mention Italian officials in the recent years, even though the region was going through a lot of political turbulences. Why now?
For sure, the war in Ukraine has changed our sensibilities as Europeans. So there is much more need now today, let's say in the last year, for political stability in those regions that are let's say in the middle, nor under the complete influence of Russia, and nor in a stable path on the European Union. And the Balkans are the best example of this midway.
Right. Now, Italy played a leading role in the Balkans 3 decades ago, in the 90s, but its influence has weakened as the EU enlargement process has not yielded any results. Do you think they can actually make a difference and make an impact on Brussels to speed up the EU enlargement process for some of the countries?
Yeah, I believe so, because in the last 4 or 5 years, if we look at the EU enlargement process, we saw a lot of stop and go, and so this stop and go became an approach. And if we saw, for example, Albania and North Macedonia were stopped several times by some EU member states, and Italy is trying to play the opposite role, so to promote the full integration of all the Balkan countries and to be one of the leading countries among the EU member states promoting the EU enlargement. So this is saying to us also another thing. It is exposing the so-called decoupling phenomenon within the European Union, where you have the official stance of the European Commission saying that the Western Balkans will be fully integrated and we need to speed up the enlargement process to the Western Balkans. And on the other side, we have seen several EU member states that were trying to slow down this process.
And what kind of image in the Balkans have Giorgia Meloni have, and Italy itself, especially knowing that Giorgia Meloni is the first Italy's far-right prime minister since Mussolini?
Well, I would generally say that Italy in the last but in general, not only in the last years, has always enjoyed a positive image across the Balkans for several reasons, because of huge communities of people from Balkan states in Italy, and also for economic and cultural relations in the Balkan countries. So I think that this positive image will not change because of this government that, of course, is a far-right government, as you said, but that wouldn't damage the image of Italy as a country that has always been open to the Balkans and that has good relations with the Balkans. Also, I would like to mention, for example, the role of Italian contingent, for example, in the KFOR mission in Kosovo, where we have been the leading contribution country from the European Union, and our Carabinieri enjoyed the how to say positive comments from both sides, so from both Serbs from Kosovo and from Albanians from Kosovo. And so I think this at both local and regional level helps in keeping a positive image of Italy, also of a neutral actor in the region, despite being part of NATO and of the European Union.
Okay, Giorgio Fruscioni, thank you so much for being our guest on Across the Balkans. That's it from us this week. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.